Welcome everyone to episode 15 of the Nevada Entrepreneurs Podcast. I am here with Christa Ahrsdahl, the founder of RebelBabe Fitness, and is releasing a new book. And what is this book called?
It's actually called RebelBabe Fitness. That's it. How awesome. Easy peasy.
Yeah. So what inspired you to write this book?
I've actually written before. I'm an international best-selling author, which was fun. I did a collaborative book years ago, but for me, this book was more of a personal journey. This was more about helping other women that are struggling through the process of not just fitness and health and weight loss. As somebody who's lost 100 plus pounds, I kind of went through this long process of, okay, the fitness industry tells me, eat my vegetables, move my ass, and I'm going to lose weight, which is really good mathematically speaking and in theory, but there's so much more to it that gets overlooked in the process. And so for me, it was kind of how I went through the process of not just losing the weight, but recreating the identity to go with the goals that I was trying to reach.
Well, that's great. And what inspired the name change from Coach Christa to CEO Christa on your Instagram?
You caught that. Okay. So I've got multiple businesses and multiple brands, and a coach is somewhat limited to what it is that I actually do. And so I have multiple businesses. I have marketing. I have all kinds of different things that I'm doing, and I'm like, no, I'm not just a coach. I'm an author, I'm a speaker, I'm, all these other things. So that's where that change came from.
That's amazing. And how many pages is this book so far?
So the book was released. It is on Amazon right now, and I believe we clocked in at 169 pages actually. And then I did create a workbook to go with it as well. So if people want that to really dig into it, like you just said, they can email me, let me know, and I'll send them over that workbook because it is. I mean, we can consume all we want, but it's actually taking action where we start making changes.
Oh, absolutely. And how much time did it take losing that 100 plus pounds to get you to where you are now?
Honestly, that journey started over 10 years ago. I became a personal trainer when I was at my heaviest because I was sick and tired of listening to the diet industry try and sell me all this nonsense. And I was like, okay, hold on. I'm being told the same stuff. I'm going to go through this process. So actually April is my 10 years of being a personal trainer. All
right. Congrats.
Thank you. And then the process itself, I mean, from start to finish, when I really started digging in and grinding through, was about 4 years in total to get to where I am today.
Okay. So it was about a half-decade journey with that alone?
With that alone, but there was other things that went along with that, and
of course. But the most important part is you got healthier.
Oh, absolutely, and not just healthier physically, but healthier mentally.
Yeah, no, that helps a lot for sure. What is your favorite part about coaching people in the fitness realm?
Honestly, my favorite part is the aha moments. It's talking to people, and I tell all my clients the hard work is the heart work. It's not the weights that you're lifting in the gym. It's doing the internal work. It's reconnecting with yourself. It's creating those boundaries. So a lot of my clients are more than, anybody can go in the gym and kick your ass with some weights. I'm just saying, like, anybody can do it. It's at the end of the day where the pieces come together and you start going, oh, okay. And you see that light bulb moment of, it's not necessarily I want to lose weight, I want to weigh X, Y, and Z. It's more about how do I want to feel in my day-to-day life, and what am I doing in my day-to-day life to get me there. So
and what is the biggest testimonial you would say from a client with their transformation from your services? Can you name one?
You know what, it's kind of fun because all of my clients are at different spaces in their life. One of my clients is going to be 83 years old this year.
Okay.
And I can sit on the sled, which is 75 pounds. Put a couple plates on there, and I sit on the sled, and he can push me all the way across the gym floor and back. Wow. That is legit.
Shows there's no excuses.
There's no excuses. And then I have other clients that are going through the process of 30, 50 pounds. And I have people that are going through that. And the biggest thing is, okay, this takes time. This takes repair work. And that's what's been fun.
Nice. And do you have a favorite type of client to train, or does it really not matter as much?
I love training women, obviously, because I understand the journey that women go through. You know, we have hormones, especially once we move into our 40s, like things start to get a little crazy on us. But training women and coaching women is my favorite thing, because for you guys, you go, oh, I need to lose some weight, and all of a sudden you don't drink beer and you lose 10 pounds in a week, and it's so not fair.
Yeah,
but that's
true.
how it happens. And so for
Our bodies
women,
do run differently.
they
for sure.
do. They absolutely
It's nothing
do.
to be ashamed of, though.
No, oh gosh, no. It's amazing, and that's
Yeah.
the fun thing about it. But for women, there's so much more emotions and feelings and hormones and all this other stuff that goes through it. And so being able to have those conversations, and some days my clients will show up and we just cry. And that's just what it is. It's like, okay, you showed up today. That's the biggest thing that you can do.
Yeah. No, that is... Yeah, showing up is a lot of it. You know, there's people who won't even show up for things. I mean, the action is definitely the most important part.
Yep.
But there's people who have injuries that limit their action.
Oh.
And if they show up and do what they can to work around the injury, that still makes a difference.
Oh, it's huge. I have a client right now who had a hip replacement at the beginning of December.
Wow.
And she was back in the gym 2 weeks later. Now, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
We're not doing stuff outside of PT or anything like that, but we're doing upper body exercises.
Yeah.
We're talking about her nutrition. Like, there are things that you have control over, and you just have to make the choice as to how you're going to show up on those.
Oh, absolutely. And there's a lot of talks about the importance of strength training, especially as you get older. What would you want to explain about that, especially for women?
Strength training is the biggest and most important thing that you can do. Strength, muscle mass, that is the key to longevity. And the one thing I always hear, and the one thing that always like drove me crazy, is women especially, we monitor the scale weight. We're like, oh my gosh, the scale went up 3 pounds, the scale went down 2 pounds, like whatever it is. Your scale weight is an important number for sure, but my goal is more of the muscle mass. I want to see the muscle mass, because that's how you're going to have a long, healthy life.
Yeah.
So if the scale goes up and you put on 2 pounds of muscle, I am high-fiving you and happy dancing with you, because that's the numbers we want to see.
Oh, and that's a good thing, and it's really a great thing. People should be getting their muscle percentage numbers checked, and their bone density, bone strength, if they could find that. Because really, what a lot of people don't realize is your bones get leached out of the important, those little holes get bigger and bigger. Yeah, because like there's deficiencies, and then there's things in our environment too that people got to watch out for,
100%.
especially with like the typical grocery stores with what they have in their products. Gotta like now we got to really check, okay, what's in my whole wheat pasta, what's in my whatever, because you know, people have falls just due to simple stuff like that when they get older. They say what starts in your 30s or what happens in your 60s starts in your 30s. Yeah, and people don't understand that. It doesn't just start when you're 50.
No, it's totally true. And that's the thing is now, you know, a lot of my clients, you know, most of my clients are 30 on up. And it is. It's like, okay, are you taking, I know it's not sexy, but are you taking your multivitamin? There's, you know, I don't know that there's a Kardashian out there like pushing multivitamins, but it's the best thing that you can do. It's the foundations.
Oh, absolutely.
Getting outside and walking. Like, it's the foundational things that are so easy, but so overlooked sometimes.
How important is blood work for clients and for people in general to get checked?
Oh my gosh, that's a great question, and I really appreciate you asking that, because I am one of those crazy people that I'm like, with my clients, did you get your blood work done this year? What did your doctor say? What's going on? And I always encourage them to do that, because, you know, they base their blood work off of millions of people, right? And they say, oh, you're in the normal range compared to 3 billion people. Okay, I'm 1 in 3 billion, that's great, but if I come back in 4 years and that number still says normal, but it's completely different from my normal, there's something to be said about that.
Yeah.
And especially, like you said, with the environmental factors that we have playing into our food sources, the things that we're consuming, our air and everything else, there's a lot more to be aware of. So I always tell everybody, get your blood work done every single year, because you're starting those baselines for your health, not all millions and billions of people in the United States.
Yeah, absolutely. No, that's great stuff, because there's so many different causes of cancers and other diseases that are inside people's blood that they don't understand until it's too late. But when they can get the blood work done, they can do the prevention measures early. So that's really important. And then of course, every client's different, really. So you have to just understand the client. There's a lot of people think, oh, well, what can you recommend to me based on everybody else? Like, well, I need to get to know you. Yeah, so that's like something to understand if you're getting your medicals checked or you're getting your health checked, that, you know, we also have different blood types.
Yep.
How important is understanding your blood type?
I don't usually go off of blood type too much, because of the fact that what I have found is more people suffer from disordered eating habits. Okay, so we can talk blood type all you want, but if you have an unhealthy relationship to the food that you're consuming, we got bigger work to do. We have more important work to do. And the one thing that I found with my clients is, you know, okay, so sorry, I totally lost my train of thought. So with my clients, we'll sit there, and when they first come to me, they have good foods and they have bad foods.
Yeah.
To me right there, I already know you have a problem with the relationship that you have with food. So they did a news article the other night, and it was all about dry January, right? We all give up alcohol for dry January. So what did you do to support yourself in dry January? You didn't go to the bar.
Nope.
You didn't buy the alcohol.
Nope.
You didn't put yourself in situations where the alcohol was. Fantastic. Now tell me how you do that with food. You can't. So that's where I start. Your blood work, we can absolutely get into that in another year or so. But first and foremost, we're going to deal with your relationship you have with food, your habits, right? People don't realize their habits. Like if I ask you without thinking, when you got dressed stage, you put your right foot in or your left foot into your jeans first. You have to stop. You have to think, right? Because your body naturally, your brain naturally wires your habits to keep you safe and to not have to think about certain things. So how easy is it to have habits around foods and unhealthy, you know, focuses that aren't supporting you getting you to your goals?
Yeah, no, those are great points you make, for sure. Yeah, I mean, and so what are some excerpts of the book that you would like to highlight for the viewers?
Oh my gosh, off the top of my head, geez.
Yeah,
I should have one right here so I could be flipping.
How about top 3 or top 2?
Okay, so one of the chapters, I won't say the word, I will be polite, is F that guy.
Okay.
Okay, and nothing.
We all know what that means.
No, nothing about the guy, I'm just saying.
Yeah, okay.
But it is about the relationships that we have when we're trying to change our lives. And this goes across the board, whether it's your fitness, your nutrition, a business, a career change. You have to have supportive people around you. You have to be able to have hard conversations with the people around you.
Yeah.
So that chapter, F that guy, is all about having those conversations, creating healthy boundaries around that, and protecting the identity that you are working towards becoming.
There you go. So that's one of your biggest chapters in this book so far. And then, do you have another one you want to name off?
That one I think is my favorite one, because actually that was advice that my coach had given me when I was in the process of learning who it was that I wanted to become and what I needed to let go to become the next version of myself. Okay,
no, that's great. And what is the website they can find your book at?
So it's just RebelBabeFitness.com. That's where my book is. You can go on there, or it's listed on Amazon as well. So we went live on Amazon just 2 days ago. So yeah, you can just look up Rebel Babe Fitness and it's right there.
That's great. And where can they find you at on web and social media?
So RebelBabeFitness.com is my website for my personal training business. And then of course, like you mentioned, my Instagram is CEO Christa. And I'm big on my Instagram account, so that's probably the best spot to find me.
That's Great. So yeah, that's where you can all find Christa. Definitely go check out her new book. You say you got a wait list going on for it right now?
The wait list, actually, I pulled the wait list down the other night when we went live. So it's up
so
and running.
no more wait list.
No
You just
more
get your
wait
book
list.
right now.
Just get your book, absolutely.
Awesome.
And then write a review and tell me that, how I did.
Yeah, please let her know how her book was.
Yes.
And you can find us at nevada-entrepreneurs.com, Nevada_entrepreneurs on Instagram, the out-of-state events, Impact Social Nights, and myself, Dylan Rosner, DYLAN-ROSNER. Thank you all for viewing this episode. If you got some value out of it, if you liked it, please like, subscribe, and share this to your friends. And we'll see you on the next one.
Awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely.